Hey guys, how's it going? Today I wanted to speak about the subject of what do you expect from life? Well, I can only speak from my personal experience because I think everybody wants something different from their life, if that makes sense. But for me, I would like to live a long life, be happy. What does that mean? Well, of course, with time and the longer you live, the more health issues can happen. So you can be senile, become senile, you can have Alzheimer's, you can have a bunch of injuries in your body which don't make you able to move properly and all these things. So when I say I want to live a long life, I also say I want to live a happy life, which means that basically it doesn't really matter if I live to, let's say, 80 or to 100. If I'm bedridden at the age of 60, then I'm not really enjoying life. So that's not something that I would like to have. So I would prefer to be able to live as long as I can, but by being healthy and mobile and being able to think for myself and be able to actually enjoy the things that are life. Because really, people look for heaven once they're dead, but the thing is, I feel that we're already in the Garden of Eden. There's so many beautiful things around us. The sun, the grass, trees, there's all these cool things. There's many enjoyable things too. Music, traveling, movies, video games. If you like clothes, museums, art. There's all these different things that there is for us to enjoy. So we have to decide if we want to make our life bad or good. So if you really think about it, no matter if you live in a house right next to the beach, or if you live in a city in a 250 square foot apartment, which is pretty small, no matter what the four walls that are in your apartment or condo or whatever you have, and the roof that is above you, you can decorate them and paint those walls whatever way you want. So it's up to you if you want to live a life of hell or live a life of enjoyment. Because if you have even a big place, let's say, but you fill it up with a bunch of crap because you're just hoarding everything that you can find, and there's no sort of decoration, or you never clean your place or whatever, it's gonna look ugly and you're gonna feel congested because you're not gonna be able to walk in your room, walk in your place. Whereas if you make it pretty, such as an IKEA display, for example, even a small space with not too much clutter and a bit of nice lighting can look like a palace. So that's what I mean, is that life, it's going to be the way that you want to interpret it. If you want to see it as a glass half full, you'll see it as a glass half full. If you want to see it as a glass half empty, then it'll be a glass half empty. So we're all given a different set of cards in our hand when we're born. We don't choose to be rich or poor, male, female, what country we're born in, or what physical attributes we'll have, not have, handicaps we'll have, we won't have, intelligence we have, we don't have. But whatever hand we're dealt in life, it's up to us if we want to make it a living hell or a living Eden. So I think it really depends. Like I said, I would like to be able to have financial freedom, which I think a lot of people would like to have. Because I think about it, and I'm living in Los Angeles, but all I'm doing all the time is working and being indoors most of the time when there's such beautiful weather around me. There's such a beautiful playground to play in, so many things to explore, but because financially I don't have that freedom, I have to work all the time, every single day, in order to just survive in the city. So what I try to think about nowadays, in the early 20s, or the end of the teen years and stuff like that, even till all my 20s and early 30s, I didn't really think about it. I just thought, let's make money, let's work, let's just do as much as we can, and that's it, That's what you need to do in order to survive. But with time, you tend to think, well, if there hasn't been any progress between the time I've been 18 years old till the time I'm in my mid-30s, well, what am I doing? Am I doing it wrong? I'm seeing other people my age doing much better. And of course you don't want to compare yourself, but if you're just working all the time, and these are, granted for me, I think in some way, physically and all that stuff, my best years. So if I'm not taking advantage of them, if I'm not able to play in this playground while I'm still healthy, I can't expect to play in it when I'm old, because you don't know. I'm lucky enough to have lived up to 37 actually now, but some people haven't. And the thing is, I can't take it for granted that I will live till I'm 80, and I can't take it for granted that I will ever be able to retire the way that Social Security is going and pensions and all that stuff. I might have to work for the rest of my life. So what I'm trying to figure out at this moment in time is, how can I get that financial freedom? And most people that I see that do have financial freedom have taken risks, and usually you take those risks like in your early life. So I'm already like a little bit late on it, but luckily I'm healthy enough to still be able to take these risks, so that maybe in 5 to 10 years I might have that financial freedom and that source of passive income. But for that, I will need to take many risks, because that's the only way to do it. You can either work under a boss that gives you X amount of money per year and you say, hey, this is my life, or you can decide, hey, start my own business, or start my own brand, start my own thing, or become a brand, in a way. And then you're not limited. Of course, the risk is high because your finances are not guaranteed each month. Like when you sign a contract and they tell you, hey, you're going to get $2,000 or $3,000 a month, and that's guaranteed as long as you work here. When you take those risks, you don't have that anymore. But what's cool is that, yes, 1 month or in the beginning you could be making less money, but then at the same time, if you really think about it, then if you start succeeding, you might actually be able to break that 2,000-3,000 contract barrier, and you might start making 4, 5, 6, 10, 15, 18,000 a month, or whatever, I'm just dreaming at this point. So if other people have done it, we have to think differently and not just be lazy, but actually take risks and get into positions that are uncomfortable for us in order to try to succeed and break those barriers, so that you can actually play in this wonderful playground that we call Earth and make it a wonderful life. So that's what I want from my life. I hope you enjoyed my talk, and I'll see you soon. Bye.